What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and as you can see based on the title, we're going to be talking about Record Buster tonight, so let's go ahead and jump in here and get down to it. And the first thing you really need to know about OTTARL is that right out of the gate, old boy uses seal. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you're outfitting your units, let's go ahead and here go into Haruhime, that you equip them with the glorious anklet that does seal resistance. You basically are going to need this, 100%. You're going to need this. If he seals you, then you can only do basic attacks, which will completely nullify your ability to do strength removal and all that stuff that you've really got to do on this dude. So if you're suffering, that might be one of the reasons. The other thing to be aware of is he will debuff you. Like, he removes all of your buffs at the end of turn 4, beginning of turn 5, and the end of turn 8, beginning of turn 9. So you're going to want to, sorry about that little blip there. You're going to want to make sure that you come out of the gate early with big debuffs, because he's also going to hit pretty hard. Let's go ahead and jump in here real quick and talk about this, and just do a quick run and see what kind of numbers we can get. I have modified this team ever so slightly. Hopefully, emphasis on hopefully, this will actually best my old score, though I kind of doubt it, but we'll see what happens here. I'm still farting around with my teams, if I'm completely honest. Now, before we go too far here, let's go ahead and talk about it. Out of the gate, just straight out of the gate, OTTARL is minus 100% magic resist and minus 35%, or plus 50% physical resist. Now, those are red. That's actually down because of the assists that I've got running currently. And he has absolutely no element resistance whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we're going to debuff his physical resistance, and we're going to debuff his element resistance. The main reason I'm going to do that is because I just don't have a really good magic unit. Now, I am going to be going after the Leafia that's on the current banners, because she's going to be really good for this. But as it stands right now, I just don't have the Iris to go after her. So that's going to come in stages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of the gate, I'm going to increase counter rate, and I'm going to debuff OTTARL with Haruhime. Then I'm going to go ahead and do this right here. That basically is going to stop us from dying if he does do big hits to us. I like to come out of the gate with that only because, A, it's not going to change a whole lot. B, there's a high likelihood that if he just goes ham on one unit before we can get our full complement of debuffs out, he could kill somebody, especially considering Tione isn't hero ascended at all, and frankly, I don't think I'm going to do it for her because I use her so rarely anymore. But Tione is really only here to increase the SA gauge. Just real talk. That's what she's here to do. You see, I have the Casino Seer attached to her, and for her first skill, I'm going to do her 100% SA gauge buff, and you'll see how fast this SA gauge is just going to, like, scream. It's kind of amazing, okay? Now, I know a lot of people sack Haruhime, not sack her, but sack other units and bring her in later. Personally, because of the team that I've built, I find they kind of need her right out of the gate. I really do. So, for me, I'm going to grab her right away and throw her in here. Now, we're going to bring this Eyes in here, and we're going to do a physical resist and fire resist minus 30%. That's just going to let Katori work a little bit harder and let her kind of do what she needs to do. Again, apologies for that blip. My HDMI on my phone's going out again. I got to take it to the shop. We were in there today. That's why this is such a late video, and there's still... Anyway, that's a story for another day. Let's go ahead and get this done. Boom. Now, I do like increasing Haruhime's, basically increasing the counter rate. It's going to increase our score a little bit, but also the best thing about that whole situation is it's going to give Haruhime more opportunities to heal. So we're sitting pretty nice right now. All right. Turn 3, I'm going to go ahead and do her... I'm going to just go ahead and do her buff. It's not going to do a whole lot of good, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and do the main attacks with those two. And then on the next turn, I'm going to remove OTTARL's strength skills. Because he's going to buff his strength at the beginning of the next turn, and we need that gone. Like, 100%. Alright. So now we've got almost everything in play here. So, fire is down 30%, light is down 25%. That's all very, very good. Magic is down 140. I really wish I had a really good magic unit on here, but I don't. That's why I debuff physical so much. Physical is still up 5%, but we'll still do respectable damage. Not amazing, but respectable. I'm still working on ways to reduce that a little bit more. But I really think getting that Leafy is going to be better for this event anyway, so she's kind of going to be my focus here. Alright, so we're going to use her second skill. We're just going to do our main attacks, and we're going to get rid of that strength buff that OTTARL is going to put on himself, because if we don't get rid of that, we're going to be in a world of ouchies. Actually, I didn't see him strength buff himself. He should strength buff himself. He usually does. Interesting. Interesting. I thought he strength buffed himself on that turn. Maybe it comes later. Anyway, now we're in a situation where all we gotta do is just restore all of our buffs. Okay, debuffs stay in place, but you'll notice that all of our buffs that are not assist skills, they're gone. They're just gone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here and we're just gonna restore all of our buffs. When it comes to Tione, dude, don't just hit her. She's my weak link, man. You take her out, we're in a world of hurt. What was I saying? Yeah, there we go. So basically, the long and the short of it is here. We're just now going to basically play games with this. Just swapping essays back and forth and more or less just building those gauges. Alright. So I'm going to go buff her again, though. Because when she does Geosurge, she removes all her buffs. So her strength buff is gone, but her earth attack is still up there. So, yeah. Alright, Haruhime says stay doing that. And she's going to be there, and then she's got to be there. Lego. And yes, next turn I will probably restore the move on Katori that prevents us from dying, because don't really want to die here. And I think it's just a good thing to have in play, though. I don't actually take the back. On this turn, I don't think we're going to need it. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do the move again. Rock Biter there to remove the strength buffs. We're going to go ahead and do Yosuga with Haruhime. Keep all that in play. And I'm just going to do our main attacks with these two. And just build SA gauge and, yeah, go a little further with this. Now, the preference, and I emphasize the preference here, would be to have on turn 9 a quadruple SA. We're not there, and honestly, I take that back. Your turn 10 SA is absolutely perfect, because turn 9 SA, you're asking for a lot out of that. You are asking for a lot out of that. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and buff, and I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna do her main buff right there before I do the SA gauge recharge. I'll do the SA gauge recharge on the next turn, but we're going to do a sizable, emphasis on sizable, buff on the next turn. So, or a sizable attack on the next turn. So I want to make sure everybody has their main buffs in place. And the good news is pretty much everybody here just buffs himself for on that first attack. So here we go. Yeah, she's out of MP. That's okay. That's alright. I'm not going to be overly worried about that. Just means I need to put assist on her next time. That actually gives her a little bit more MP. But that's okay. Alright. Now, on this turn, we're going to do a quadruple SA. And it's good now because we're not going to get debuffed again, and everybody got their buffs. So this should be a really, really nice hit. That said, after this, we're going to go back into it, and we're going to have to restore buffs and do all kinds of interesting things here. Yeah. There we go. Quadruple SA on turn 10. This is like the best possible scenario for SAs. And OTTARL's got all his debuffs in place, so let's see what kind of numbers we pull here. Now, the good news is that you want to wait till this turn to do this with Haruhime, because if you do it any earlier, all the buffs just disappear with her. The buffs are gone after this. So, you got to play it kind of cool. Got to play it kind of cool, y'all. Alright. Now, Aisha doesn't really have... Or I say Aisha. There's no Earth down on OTTARL, so we're just relying on our physical. Let's see what she does. It could be better. Could be better. Wasn't even 200k. So we really need that Earth down for her to shine. Now, Katori, on the other hand, should do pretty decent. Not quite a mil. Pretty close. Not quite a mil. So, Katori is definitely our shining beacon of hope on this team. Ooh, I was not expecting that, if I'm honest. I did not think, for even a moment, that, man, you know what? I wonder if she would share in that essay. I guess it probably is a moot point, but I did not think for even a moment that Tione was going to hit for half a mil. I'm going to be real. That was kind of a shocking predicament for me right there. All right, so I want to be a little more cautious here about my about what I'm doing with Aisha, because if I do Geosurge, it's going to remove all of her buffs. So I'm just going to do a regular attack and see what she does. Dude, I didn't realize she got all of her MP back. Katori got all of her MP back. I did not think that was going to happen. Must be something she does with her SA that I'd completely forgotten about, but hey, worketh for me. All right, and Heavenly Blow, and we're going to be good to go. Now, her SA gauge charge, actually, I should do the SA gauge charge, just so we can get more SAs again here shortly. So we'll do that next, and Aisha's just going to be the only one doing a basic attack. In fact, I don't think there's anything running out in one turn. Nope, everything looks like it's got 2 turns. So I could actually... Let's just double check here. No, nothing's really running out in 2 turns. We don't have an insane number of buffs, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do Sheik on this turn. I guess it's going to be a better maneuver, personally. And then next turn, once again, we want to remove those strength buffs. But the main thing is I want to build up my SA gauge again, and I want to see if I can do at least one more SA with Katori before the end of this, because Katori is kind of going to be our number 1. Okay? So I'm going to remove strength buffs. I haven't seen him buff his strength, but I could swear he did. But that maybe that's something they changed on this one. I haven't seen him do it yet. So I really don't know what to tell you there. Yeah, Rock Biter. Yeah, let's go. Lego, let's see what happens here. Yep, that's where we want everything. So unless underneath all those attacks he did the buff, maybe he's not doing the strength buff. I could swear he did. So that might just be something I'm wasting my efforts on. Ooh, I did not think that was going to happen. So in hindsight, I should have used this. I really should have used that skill. And that's going to actually hurt me now, because I'm not going to build my SA gauge nearly fast enough. So that is a definite... Oh my god, she died too? Hold up. That is... And I'm going to be real, both of them are fairly weak. Like, they are my 2 weak links on this team. I did not attend to them like I should have, so that's merely a deficiency and a failure on my part to properly foresee that. Now, that was a 500,000 hit. That was a beautiful hit. Beautiful hit. I'm also going to somewhat blame RNG because real talk, and I am being real here, Haruhime probably should have healed them. But let's see what numbers we get. Our numbers are going to be a little on the low side because those two died. And a lot of that's because I really don't want to spend hero lights. Okay, alright. Not so bad. Not so bad. Damn. Third of my group. I will take that. Okay. So 101. I probably would have gotten more of a boost out of that. I would have gotten more of a bonus. Because I think if you have survivability, if you have all four of the units survive, I believe it gives you a higher percentage. Don't quote me on that. But, 101, I'm not mad about that. I'm still rank 5, I'm in the top 500. That makes me super happy. So I'm going to continue working on those teams and modifying them and modifying my runs. And if I can pull that Leafia, oh, you better believe we're going to be flexing that Leafia if I can pull her before all the end of this. I do want to add one little thing here at the end, guys. Normally I tell you guys to follow my Birdman, hit me up on Booker, but very, very serious. I actually feel really bad that the Danmachi stream last night didn't quite work out. It pains me to the end of the earth. I know it wasn't necessarily my fault, but I still feel guilty because it was my ISP that ruined it for us. I have a poll going right now on Twitter. If you guys want to see Danmachi instead of Dokkan or Dokkan instead of Danmachi on Saturday night stream, if you have any interest in what we specifically stream this coming Saturday, head over to Twitter and on my main page, I have it pinned right now. Let me know what you guys think in the poll because I'm very much considering maybe even making that a permanent move. But it really is going to depend upon the numbers and all that we see. Because I know Danmachi is really just raking in the numbers right now in comparison to Dokkan. Dokkan's not doing bad. We're not dropping the game. But we might take it back, take it back a little bit. Or might do like a dual night where we do a little bit of Dokkan, a little bit of Danmachi. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any ideas, comments, or anything like that, let me know in that post. Like I said, we're at kind of a turning point in the channel. So if there's things you want to see, definitely let me know. And Twitter's going to be like a really good outlet for that. Or let me know in the Discord. All those types of things. But for now, I got no more runs. I'm not spending Iris on runs. We've got all our runs done. So I'm going to go ahead and start planning for tomorrow. That's going to be the video, guys. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Make sure you hit that old thumbs up button. And subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date. Because I would very much like to see you on the next one. Because I can see you. I can see. Let's little known fact. YouTubers, we all have secret special superpowers. We can see through the camera right to you, and we're judging you.